Hello, my lovely people. How are you? How's work been treating you? Have you drunk any water today? Just like that, another month has come around, and although the passage of time is terrifying, it does mean that you get 10 brand new hand-picked songs by yours truly to soundtrack your next 31 days. This is Honorary Mentions, your monthly music club, and similar to a book club, each month I pick out 10 songs for you, we discuss in the comments, and at the end of the month you get to choose your favourite song, which I will then do a dedicated video on. So let's get into your selections for the month. Oh, we love some jazz house, and Buras is delivering the goods, and he is delivering them hot. His debut EP, Jazz is for Ordinary People, incredible name, is exceptional, and Hot House is my favourite track from it. Buras has been able to squeeze out the essence of a jazz club and infuse it into his music so brilliantly. His Spotify bio says if Matisse made house music, and I couldn't agree more. You can almost see like the organic Matisse shapes as you're listening to it. This track will get you grooving and is kind of great for like any time of the day. I've been on the Alfie Templeman train for a while now. I think he just makes some of the best indie pop that's out there. He has such an absolute skill in creating interesting hooks and employing uncommon like chord progressions to make something really uniquely identifiable. Hello Lonely is his latest release, and it shows so much promise for whatever else we're going to get for the rest of the year. The fuzzy guitar riff really gets stuck in your head. His vocals are always good, like that's always a given. And I just love how layered this one really is. It just sounds full, if that makes sense. Like the good kind of busy, like all the instruments, they're all doing their own little parts, but somehow they seamlessly blend together. I really want to see Alfie live one day, so hopefully he comes to Perth at some point. This next song actually also has Alfie Templeman in it, which I didn't realise until now, but it's Don Valentino's rework of Young Folks, originally by Peter John. One of my absolute all-time favourite indie classics. Something about that track just makes everything seem better. And this rework elevates it a bit further. Like it adds in elements of drum and bass and jungle and brings it into the 2020s, and it's just so good. I could see this track going off at festivals. It's really got that like last night was a movie bro vibe, and I hate that I just said that. Baker is really hard to define as an artist. He's got this experimental indie rock thing going on, but incorporates elements of hip hop and soul, and I hope this makes sense, but it just feels like London, which checks out because I believe he's from Camden. There's something about this particular track called Alive which feels like a hug. I think it's just he yearns for what I yearn for, and it feels very affirming. And there's a few lyrics that get stuck in my mind that really resonate, like want to free my mind, want to be outside, want to be alive, and running from the system, can't figure the wisdom. I think just because I've been thinking a lot lately about running away, getting out of the city, getting out of the suburbs, it just really connects to me. I'll be right back. It is cold in here. This is a groover. Remi Wolf never misses, she eats every time, and this is her best yet. I think this is one you really have to watch the music video as well to really appreciate. She is just this beacon. She is so unapologetically and loudly herself, and you can't help that seeps into you a little bit. Every time I listen to this song, I think, actually, what am I worried about? I am fucking rad, actually. I'm a great time, and I feel like that's what we all deserve to feel. The production on it, stunning, brilliant, effervescent, so good. Listen to it to feel the way I feel. Catatonia, one of the greatest Welsh bands to have ever lived. The way I feel about Road Rage is probably comparable to the way that American girls feel about You Oughta Know by Alanis Morissette. Late 90s, alternative rock pop, a chorus that you just want to scream, a chorus that is burnt into your memory. I mean, if anything, please just listen for the way that Keris Matthews rolls the R on the word rage. It is so good. It like really scratches an itch somewhere deep in my brain. I really love when you can hear an artist's real accent coming through, and as a Welsh learner and lover, I love hearing it. I promise this song will become like a staple in a lot of your playlists. My next pick is an important one because you have to support your family, and my incredibly talented cousin is back to making music. Goes by the MC name IQ, and he used to do a lot of like grime clash battles, which are actually insane to watch because it's all freestyle and I cannot wrap my head around like possibly putting together those words so quickly. It's incredible. But he took a step back from it, became a dad, but now he is back making music, and his latest track is just boss. He creates all the beats himself. He uses vinyl a lot actually, which obviously I appreciate. There's videos on his Instagram of him going to vinyl fairs and then coming home and seeing what he can make with them. The new song is called EOTW, or End of the World, so it's clear that the existential shit is not just me, it runs in the blood. And yeah, his lyrics are fantastic. Please check him out. Alrighty, we've got a live track because I like sprinkling them in now and then. Amy Winehouse is the queen of my heart. Always has been, always will be. You may have seen in the background her beautiful picture. And yeah, she means so much to me. And she's an artist that you can never truly appreciate until you listen to her live. Like, she never did the same performance twice, and she commanded the stage and commanded the band and acted on feeling, and you can just tell when you listen. It's so obvious. It's so instinctual of her. Her live at the BBC album is probably my most played vinyl that I own. It never tires. And this track, Know You Now, is just one of the best things that has ever graced my ears. I know every inch and every nook and cranny, every detail of this performance by heart. I know every drum beat, I know every trumpet riff. It infects me, and I just wanted to share that good poison with you. I'm gonna say Roachford is one of the most criminally underrated artists ever. Not like anyone's dissing him, but no one's exactly giving him the flowers he deserves, and I want to do that right now. I could have chosen Cuddly Toy, but that would have been an obvious pick, and I can't talk about that song without talking about the opening scene in Alan Partridge Alpha Papa. And then of course I would have to explain my weird crush on Steve Coogan, and I'm not willing to do that right now. So I chose This Generation, which is one of the only songs that actually gives me some hope, which is not a feeling that I'm used to. Sure, this song came out in 2000, and probably couldn't have imagined the atrocities that have followed in the past 20 odd years. But sometimes you do just need that Y2K optimism. Sonically, this is such a groove. I mean, it's really hard to not pull a stank face listening to it. You've got that bouncy guitar, and Roachford's vocals are just smooth as butter. I also want you all to associate this song with the artist and not the mining company that's been using it in their ads to try and convince us that they give a shit about us and or the planet. The last track I've put in just because I think you all deserve a chorus that just goes hard, and that is Too Soon by DMAs. Did the air get sucked out of my lungs when I found out that this song is 8 years old now, which means it has been 8 years since I've been in school, and that makes me want to throw up a little bit. Yeah, the passage of time is a terrifying thing. DMAs are an Australian band that makes English music. That's the best way I can describe them. They're a riot. I actually got to work at one of their gigs once, and miraculously, by the time they went on, my job was done. So I got a free concert, and they were incredible. They bring such an energy. Their guitars are just unmatched. I just love them. I want to go back to 2016. That was such a golden year for Australian music. I don't know what they were putting in the weed that year, but the Aussies were smashing it. And of course, that's not to say that DMAs aren't still putting out great music. Their 2020 album was one of my most listened to that year. But yeah, that was my last recommendation for the month. Like always, for your listening convenience, there is a Spotify link down below to the playlist. So go and listen, and then come back and get stuck in the comments. Closer to the end of the month, I will put both on my community tab here on YouTube and my Instagram story, asking you about what your favorite song was, and then I will work hard to make a dedicated video on that song. If this is our first time meeting, hi, I'm Honor, and we would love to welcome you to this little community we have here on YouTube. And if you want to join, all you have to do is subscribe. Have a lovely rest of your day. Check that your plants have been watered recently, and I will see you very soon.